Hello, Steve White, Steve White 39. Well, we have the new trailer for Ghostbusters Afterlife, or should we say Stranger Things Afterlife. I was not very impressed, I'm sorry. I was expecting something new. I feel like I've seen all of this before. I know they pushed the movie back a year or so they'd already started the campaign, so we saw a lot of footage, and they probably can't show too much more because they're just sort of trying to get back to where they were before, and I guess the rest of the campaign will sort of keep going in the next couple of months. But I feel like I didn't see anything new. Now, when I rewatched the trailer like 3 times, I realised, oh, okay, we didn't see the little ghost traps on like little wheels that are like remote control ghost traps. We didn't see that. And we didn't see Amy Potts, because I'm pretty sure that's Janine, who is showing Egon's daughter around the house that they've inherited, and she actually says, oh, your father wasn't much of a homemaker, he couldn't even keep the lights on. And that's her one shot, so maybe that's just her small role. She takes them there and shows them around, and that's it. And then at the very end, because I'm like, okay, they've given us nothing new. We've seen the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. We've seen the kids running around and, kid Ghostbusters in their car and everything, running around the streets chasing ghosts when there's no one else around to see it or something. Yeah, okay. But then I thought they're going to have something at the end. So what's going to be at the end? They're going to throw something in. They're going to show one of the original cast something, because they show them, the various people watching the trailer of the ads that the Ghostbusters did back in the original movie, basically saying, if you've seen it spook, blah, blah, call us. We'll believe you. And at the end, they show the inside of an occult bookstore and a red phone, and you zoom in on the phone, it rings. I'm pretty sure it's Dan Aykroyd picks it up, and he says, we're closed, and that's it. So apparently, yes, he's in the film. The 3 surviving Ghostbusters and Janine are in the film. I heard that Sigourney Weaver was going to be in it, but I've sort of heard, I think Grace Randolph said that she felt that she already did a cameo in the other film, so she doesn't need to, because she was in the after credit scene, which I don't know if I stayed around and watched. I'm like, did I watch that? Did I see that? I might have to go watch the film again. I do own the film. Yes, I didn't feel like I saw anything new, although there must have been a few new shots. Like, I think the shot of like the mountain with the thing around it, the giant vortex or whatever around the top, I think that was new. And there were some effects. There weren't really any effects in the first trailer, but it was pretty much all the same footage, the same things. Basically, they moved to the town of Somerview, and basically the kids are just adapting to a new environment, and it's just a bunch of kids running around. They find the trap, they discover the Ghostbusters, and they discover that there's some sort of hellmouth in this town, and that's what Egon went there for. And they said, Egon must have come here for a reason. And yeah, I think that's I guess we're just going to get cameos from the originals, and it's just going to be Stranger Things. And people are annoyed. They're like, we just want a Ghostbusters movie. We didn't get a Ghostbusters movie. We got Lady Ghostbusters. We got Kid Ghostbusters. Why can't we just have Ghostbusters? I'm like, well, obviously Reitman sold this film as Stranger Things with Ghostbusters, and because that's all Hollywood execs and suits can do. They can say, oh, that made money, so let's make that again. So if you say, well, we can do this, we've got this thing called Ghostbusters, and it's kind of like Stranger Things. We'll have kids. It'll be like Stranger Things. And like, oh, okay, here's the money. That's sort of how this stuff happens. So it's not what the fans want. It's not what should be made. What's the smartest, best thing to be made. What, has integrity. It's like whatever those people will think will sell. Well, Stranger Things is really successful, so do a Stranger Things Ghostbusters. That's about probably the best we can expect. Not that it looks bad. The trailer itself looks fine. I've always been one for communal horror, the idea of like a whole community or group under threat and people witnessing, experiencing something as a group, which doesn't happen a lot in horror movies, like in The Mist. Mostly it's just individuals caught off on their own, that's usually how horror is dealt with. So the fact we have the whole town being affected, I do like that, but it is, as someone's pointing out, it is a small town. It reminds me of the town I left to come to Melbourne. And one of the things I liked about the Ghostbusters films were they were based in New York, and they were all very much about New York was a big part of that. It's like there's a character missing by doing it out in the country, so in some small town in America. So I'm not sure it'll be okay. I don't think it's going to live up to anyone's expectations of Ghostbusters, but it will get an easier time because of Ghostbusters 2016, because that was so controversial with fans and so problematic in some ways. I think this one will run a lot smoother. I think it'll be very much a Ghostbusters film, but with kids. So I don't know. I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of it. Do you think we're going to get a good dose of the Ghostbusters of the originals, or do you think it's just going to be like one little shot each and that's sort of it, just to say they were in it, and the rest is just going to be kids? Is it going to be really replicating Stranger Things, or are they actually going to just do Ghostbusters with kids? I don't know. We'll see. It's November 11, it's coming out, and yeah, I don't know if I doubt I'm going to go to the cinema to see it, but it will be on streaming, I think 45 days or so afterwards.